Happy Monday. Today is the 18th of November, 10:22 GMT plus one time, and I am short on USD CAD again. And I'll just go through a few of my trades that I am live on, which is currently only USD CAD, by the way. But what I'm looking at, just a few of them, that is my top priority in my watch list. So I swing trade at the time of this recording, but I'm also looking into a few other things. And what I'm expecting to happen in USD CAD is basically, let me just show you the bigger picture. Basically, we've gone up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, and I'm expecting it to come down a bit. That's pretty much the extent of my analysis. And obviously, it's all based on many years of experience and just intuition. But if you look at the daily, this is the daily chart, and if we look how these highs are, just look at the shape and size of these highs. Basically, all of these, just this price action from here to here, which is about 6 months, I guess. Just look at that and compare that to, let's say, here, right here. Just look at that. So after these highs were swept, which were relatively in the same, although you could say these are descending, and this one's sort of in a range, but just have a look at it. Once this has been swept, did it just reverse straight away? No, it went way against it, or it kept going past it, whatever term you prefer to use. And if we look at here, from the other side, so if we look at this price action again, but we look at it from a short perspective, so there were all those lows, and then it was swept, right? It was swept like there. Did it reverse straight away? No, it did not. It just kept going for a while and then reversed. So it kept going for 158 days before it reversed. So am I in this for the long haul? Could it do exactly the same as it did a couple of times before, where there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant highs? Same as here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish significant highs. Could it just sort of shoot the hell up and then come back down? Yeah, absolutely. Could it do that? But is it more likely that USD CAD, after the presidential elections, will just sweep a high and then reverse, and then sweep a high again, and then reverse, and then just sweep a high again, and then reverse? Which do you think is more likely? Well, I think this is more likely because it literally happens more often. It happened there like 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it didn't happen the 5th time. And here it happened, swept that high 1, 2 times, and I think it's way more likely to revert than to continue. But if it continues, we might sweep that high, and then we have a huge chance of reverting from there also. So I'm going to be aggressive with my take profit levels at this point, but I'll be lenient with the stop loss placement. All this is free in my Telegram channel, by the way, which will be released soon, I hope, once I get to 1,000 subs. Because what happens when we sweep a major high? So like we swept this high, right? Boom, went the other way. We didn't quite sweep that high, did we? Not really. We were close to it, and then we reverted. And then we swept this high, and then we had a massive reversion. So that's all I'm looking at, really. You could be tactical about it. I could draw it up and show you all the stats and analysis that I might use in this particular scenario. But what I'm doing, if it comes down to it, really, is that this was like a 6% push. This was another 6-ish% push. So if this, like, that's where 6% is, right? But we're at like 5% now. So is it more likely to come back at this point? Yeah, I think so. I very much think so. I think just how price action just continued for ages without a huge pullback. There was a little bit here, but price action doesn't normally do that. Like, it more often than not, price action pulls back, right? So we see characteristically a huge push there, a huge push there and pretty much just there. But then the rest of the time, it goes one direction, it reverts. It impulses and reverts. Impulse, reversion, impulse, reversion. And then here again. So that happens way too often. Let me just show you that in a different drawing tool. So push, reversion, push, reversion, push, reversion, push, reversion, blah, 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 and a bunch of times there. So what is it more likely to do, right? If the sort of grey line happens just 3 times and the orange line happens way more often, which is it more likely to do at this point in time? I've got a really interesting video coming out tomorrow. It's all about nature and how nature predicts patterns. So keep a watch out for that. I hope this helps you, and I'll see you in the next one.